Kumusta? JPQ here and welcome back. It's been 1 week since FNAF4 came out. I'm still on night 5 and I'm still terrified of Fredbear. Even after 4 games, some questions are still left unanswered, like what the purple guy's motives were for killing the children. But at least now we can confirm that he really was a former employee. Maybe these questions will be answered when the DLC comes out this October, but for now, more and more theories are being made. In my last video, I tried to connect the dots in the FNAF storyline, and just recently I learned and recalled a few more valuable information that both connected and contradicted to some already known information. Which is why I am making this video, hopefully to connect more dots to the story. Once again, I will start from the very first location, Fredbear's Family Diner. We don't know who the owner is and why this place was closed. My guess is, after the purple guy killed the child outside the diner, the place was under investigation and the customers were already afraid of bringing their children here, knowing that a child murderer once roamed outside this place. So the place went bankrupt and the owner eventually sold it to Fazbear Entertainment. Fazbear Entertainment has been mentioned by Phone Guy in the previous games about how Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible in any death or dismemberment or something like that, and that Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and safety. So I believe that this is the company behind Fredbear and Friends and then Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So, Fredbear and Friends, according to the TV set Easter egg in FNAF4, was established in 1983 and was closed down after the incidents that happened, like the missing children incident, which I believe happened here, then the complaints of bad smell, and then the bite that we see at the end of FNAF4. Later I will explain further as to why I think that this is a different bite from the one that happened in 1987. So after this place closed down, I think what the company did, since Fredbear was responsible for the bite, was they scrapped Fredbear, dismantled him, and threw him out the back to the storage and parts room. They also took out the name Fredbear from the establishments, which resulted in the company forgetting his name, and he was then simply called Golden Freddy. Under the same ownership, the new establishment was named Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and this is where another bite incident happened, which is the now infamous bite of '87, which caused this place to close down. 6 years after, in 1993, according to the game theorists, if you take into consideration the amount of money and the salary you received after beating Night 5 in FNAF1, the game took place in 1993. The place opened once again, but the owner probably got tired of thinking of a new name, so they stuck with Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. But here's something that confuses me a bit.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too.
So if FNAF1 took place in 1993, what was there in 1973? Fredbear's Family Diner? If so, then wasn't Fredbear the only animatronic there? And I believe the other animatronics were first introduced in 1993 at Fredbear and Friends, thus the addition of "and Friends" to the title. And if the first game took place in 2003, isn't the salary a little too small for that year? And another thing, I read something on the internet that mentioned about Fredbear's Family Diner being a sister company to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, as told by Phone Dude in FNAF3. If so, then it contradicts to what Phone Guy said in FNAF2, that Fredbear's Family Diner has been closed for years when Freddy Fazbear's Pizza opened. So enough about that, here are some of my theories for FNAF4. But before that, I think it's safe to say that the main story of the game is shown in the minigames, and the main game is actually just one big bad dream, a nightmare, thus the nightmare animatronics. Foxy becoming a plushie, the hallucinations beside the bed, this was all inside the kid's head. Okay, so theory time. Theory number 1. The bite that happened at the end of FNAF4 was entirely different from the bite of 87. Because didn't Fonda mention how amazing it was for a human body to survive even without a frontal lobe? And at the end of night 6 in FNAF4, you can clearly hear in the background a flatline sound, which probably means the kid protagonist died. Theory number 2. The incident at the end of FNAF4 really is the bite of 87. The kid probably did survive the bite, but only after 5 nights. Yes, Fondai did say the victim lived, but he didn't mention how long. So I assume the kid went into a coma for 5 nights, but eventually still died from his injury. How the DLC adds up to the story? We don't know. We still have to wait 2 more months to find out. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm Ping. See ya!